had a subscriber ask me to do an update on one of the lights. So here is the HYGGER HG957. Several months into it, I still like the light. Now, as a comparison, because I see it quite often mentioned about how lights get hot. Now, this one is cool to the touch. You don't feel any heat on this. Now, this is a Fluval 2.0. This is warm. This is still cool. So definitely a decent light. Now, you can see I have no problem growing plants. Everything is taken off. I'm going to try to put a picture on the video here of this plant when I first put it in there, because I had it in another tank, and because of the delicate leaves, my rainbows would peck at it and eat at it. Even though I give them spirulina and stuff like that with plant matter in it, they still like to go after tender leaf plants. You can see over here, these are growing well. So this has nothing to do with the light. That's a completely different issue. But you can see the one next to it is growing just as well. You can see the crypt is doing well. The lotus is banging. I've got shoots all up through the top here, which now they've been up for so long, but you can see all the pads. So the light is definitely penetrating down. The Fluval 2.0, because I know some people will say, well, that's because of the 2.0. Now, the 2.0, for several months when I was really wanting to see how well this light did, I never turned it on. I was running this strictly in a 7-hour mode, with the ramp up and the ramp down, and my plants were doing well. There's actually like Anubias minima, there is Crypt Valense growing, and there's actually a few other plants back in there that you can't see. So I wanted to do the video that the subscriber asked me about before I cut these down and trim them. I mean, even my Reuben swords are growing. Another crypt, a bunch of different type of Java fern, some swords. There's some swords starting to sprout up. Back in there, there's some Lowigia. So the HG957, you know, several months in, still working great. Definitely growing plants. I don't know if you can really see the neons and the green fire neons and stuff. They really stand out. Now, when I put the Fluval 2.0 back in, I did it for like 3 or 4 hours towards the end of this cycle. This light is running at 50% because I started to get some algae, so I was dialing it back in, where the Fluval I had reduced the amount of time it was on. What you see is a result of the HG957. I would brighten it up just to show you, but you can check out the video that's on the channel that actually shows you one on, one off, and exactly how bright it is and how comparable, if not a little bit better, than the Fluval 2.0. But here I found it kind of a balance that everything does well, and the algae is starting to subside. I'm not getting the algae as bad. But all in all, I actually like the HG957. Cool to the touch. The only issue I have, if I have a power failure or anything, is just hitting the control and resetting the clock. But the program, the ramp up, ramp down times are still intact. So in the morning it'll give kind of a sunrise step up because the Fluval's not on. It'll run several hours, and then it'll start to drop down, at which point probably around 9 o'clock or so, 9:30, so it'll switch off and just be a blue light. And then right around the time I get ready to go to bed, it'll be off altogether. So it's worth checking out. I'll leave a link in the description to the video that I did on this, and I will also put a link in the description where you can go check out the light if you want to purchase one for yourself. I will give you the link to Pet Nanny, and if you use DeFreeze 20, you should get 20% off the light as well. So with that, folks, this is Rob with DeFreeze Aquariums. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Oh, and keep your sleeves wet. God bless. Peace.